Proverbs 13 verse 14, the law of the wise is a fountain of life, that one may depart from the snares of death. This Bible reading is taken from American Standard Version. As an introduction to the book of Proverbs, one should understand that Proverbs links to King Solomon, who wrote thousands of proverbs and poems and collected knowledge about plants and animals. King Solomon becomes the father of Israel's wisdom and tradition. This is Val Sardi saying, the teaching of the wise is a fountain of life. The book of Proverbs is for every person in every season of life. That is what the book of Proverbs is all about. The word Proverbs typically refers to a short clever sayings that offers some kind of wisdom. The book of Proverbs links to King Solomon, as I stated in the introduction. Remember, Solomon asks God for wisdom to lead Israel well. Since then, Solomon was known as the wisest man in the ancient world. Solomon is someone like the fountainhead of knowledge and wisdom of Israel. By reading the book of Proverbs you may obtain or gain wisdom. The purpose of the book of Proverbs is, for us to help develop a set of practical skills, that we can use to live well in this world. If this is the purpose of the book of Proverbs, then I should confine my interpretation of this passage from its context, or the from words that comes before or the words that comes after the text. These are the words that comes before the text. Verse 1 says, and I quote, a wise son hears his father's instruction, but a scoffer does not listen to rebuke. Verse 3, whoever guards his mouth preserves his life. Verse 4, the soul of the sluggard gets nothing. Verse 13, whoever despises the word brings destruction on himself, but he who reveres the commandment will be rewarded. And in verse 14, the teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, that one may turn away from the snares of death. These are the words that comes after the text. Verse 16, every prudent man acts with knowledge, but a fool flaunts his folly. Verse 20, whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm. Verse 25, the righteous has enough to satisfy his appetite, but the belly of the wicked suffers want. The words that comes before and the words that comes after the text are clever sayings that offers wisdom to help develop a set of practical skills to live well in this world. When someone in authority like your parents, teachers, or pastors gives you a law, it is for your own good and benefit. Be thankful. Consider it a fountain of life. Their laws are to bless your life and save you from trouble. No one by nature likes to be told what to do, but a noble person recognizes that wise laws are for his good. The law serves many purposes. The four principal ones are establishing standards, maintaining order, resolving disputes, and protecting liberties and rights. Sayings and wisdoms, found in the book of Proverbs, are still important and applicable in our generation, but there is one thing we should never forget, that Jesus is the completion of the law. Many people enjoy reading about Jesus in the New Testament without knowing he's revealed throughout the Old Testament in types and shadows. The Old Testament law and the prophet is the shadow and type of Jesus in the New Testament. Now, let us correlate this in the New Testament. Because Jesus is not only found in the New Testament, but he is also found in the Old Testament through types and shadows. It is safe to assume that King Solomon in his wise sayings is the shadow and type of the life, work and ministry of Jesus. He said, I seek not mine own will, but the Father. Proverbs 13 verse 14, the teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. In similar passion, Jesus said in John 4 verse 14, but whoever drinks the water I give them, will never thirst. Indeed, the water I give them, will become in them a spring of water, welling up to eternal life. While in John 7 verse 38, Jesus said, he who believes in me, as the scripture said, from his innermost being will flow rivers of living water. Those people lives under the law, merits blessing in life, whether in this life or after life, by adherence and obedience to the law. While the people under the New Testament was living under the grace of God. They will inherit all the blessings promised to them by God, through acceptance of Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. Only then, good works flows continuously, like the river flowing of living water. This is Val Sardi saying, let us show to the world what we are made of.